tip comes, every country's gone. Big business will own your country. And rather than talk about Scotland as some kind of friggin' homeland, oh, there used to be a Scotland, yeah, there used to be an England, there used to be a France. We own the big business. Be very, very careful, people, when you get involved in the next few months. Our Scottish elections are now sidelined as some council by-election in the eyes of the world. And I think that's deliberate. They care nothing for Scotland, apart from resources. They want to enslave our people. They have enslaved their people for 700 odd years. Again, James, thank you very much for teaching us about our history. Look to your history, because our way forward is knowing what happened before, and it will happen again. Divide and conquer worked for 1,000 years, and it's still working. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Cheryl. It was a really good speech. Although I would disagree with the 700 years. It was 300 years of ruled us. We were free up to 1707. We were a free nation for 1,000 years. 1,000 years. Now that's something that's not known to most Scots. Some of them think that we've always been under English rule. Not true. We have a line of monarchy going back hundreds and hundreds of years. For over 1,000 years this country was free. And one day it will be free again. Believe me. I will die for Scotland.
Yes.
I'm now going to ask up Sean Clerkin to speak. Sean.
Comrades, patriots, the fact is that in 1303 we had William Sinclair, John Comwin and Simon Fraser fighting the fight against oppression. Today in Scotland we have the Indy Camp and the patriots there fighting for Scotland, fighting for our independence, fighting for our freedom. And what is happening? They're being attacked by the Scottish political elite, represented by the Scottish Parliamentary Corporate Body. And those MSPs that are on the board of that body are Linda Fabiani, Tricia Marwick, John Pentland, Liam MacArthur and Liz Smith. Now they are going to be named and shamed on the Scottish Resistance Facebook page tomorrow. We are naming and shaming them because how dare they go after the people in the Indy Camp and threaten to financially ruin them once they think that if they get the eviction on March the 9th that they're going to financially ruin the people in the Indy Camp. Well, they've got another thing coming, because what we are going to do is we're going to go to their constituency offices, we're going to go to the Parliament, and we're going to phone them and visit them and persuade them to drop the court action on the 9th of March and not to financially ruin people. And that's what we are doing. And let's not forget what the Indy Camp represents. It represents the beacon of hope for Scottish independence against the Westminster elite, what they are doing, driving 220,000 children into poverty. We've got 5,000 children that have to go to food banks every week. We have got 970,000 people living in poverty, and the only way we're ever going to escape that is by having an independent Scotland, and the only way we're ever going to have that is by having an Indy Ref 2 on 2017, and that's what we need. We need an independent Scotland, and we will mark out these 5 MSPs, and we will drive them away from the Indy Camp so the Indy Camp can remain free and be that beacon of hope so that Scotland can have socialism and independence. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, thanks very much, Sean, for that very passionate speech there. Now going to ask Donald Anderson to come up and give us a wee speech. Donald Anderson of the Scottish Republican Socialist Movement. You alright, Donald? It's a cold day, innit?
Can't be in hell before I'll vote for it. Well, thanks for coming anyway. It's a nice day, isn't it? But the thing about this battle, it's like everything else, events in Scotland. Who knows about it? Who was taught about it at Sherlock and everybody else said, we don't know. Get paid actors in a university who teach you lies, L-I-E-S, lies. The teachers don't get taught it and they can't teach the children, you know. I was taught the same as about Henry VIII, 1066 and some English king burning cakes. Nothing about Roslyn, nothing about the rest of Scotland, you know. And as also said, our own Scots did it as well, the Bruce faction were the victors and they went to Commons out history, so they didn't get a fair bit cracking about. They were British too, so who started who, we don't know. There's different versions about that day in the church. One said they were in and unarmed and come and grabbed Bruce by the throat and Bruce stabbed him. But he came out and so that he wouldn't get the blame of it, 3 of his comrades stabbed him to death as well, so they all took part in it. But that's the kind of days. But in those days something else terrible happened here. Now, saying we don't know about it, I had a phone call from a friend who can't be here because he's working. He's out digging the roads somewhere in Ayrshire. He comes from somewhere in the Barton called Renton where they don't pay the rent or the poll tax. He's telling me on the phone about this battle. And I couldn't hear him for a digger going in the background. But what I could make out, he says, William Wallace was here. Now I've not heard of that. Now he's like myself and lots of others, have forgotten what about Scottish history, most people reading his life. And he insists. And I'm trying to say, where's the sources? Where's the sources? And I couldn't hear him. I think he said, it's a book about the days of Robert the Bruce, and I couldn't get the author. And then he says, Wallace was here. And as James said, I think this was split into 3 bands, but worse. He says, King Edward is here. Now I didn't know that. Now, I'll go by him because of my experience of oral history and find out in your official historians. He says, Bruce and Edward, Wallace and Edward had a square goal, charging. And he wounded Edward. And of course the English knights surrounded him, you know, and got Edward away. He was going to kill him. And they said Wallace might have been in charge, but because of Falkirk, they lost confidence. And it was the Common, it supported the Common and the Balios. The Common supported the Balios. Of course, that was against the Bruce. And that's a new one on me. I don't know the facts. But if Anne was here, you better not say that to his face. Because you'll see him at our boss will come to it in a wee minute now. But that's one fact I've learned, if it's a fact. It's a good story. It's true anyway. But that's that anyway. Mention of Broth, when it's all been a Broth. There's going to be a rally at Broth as usual. This year will be April 3rd. The real date is April 6th. April 3rd is the nearest we can get. We're running the bus. And we go to a pub called the Fisherman's Inn, and a group called the White Rose will play. And we'll go there and do our best, have a wee rally and come back to the pub. I hope all of you will come. We'll bring more. We can 100 people to sign a new declaration as a... What is she? Alien. We can hear you if we need to, you know. She's going to get to sign a wee declaration, but there's something I'd like to give her a wee presentation if it's okay. Has taken over. She's been running the bus, but she's taken over as organiser of the Scottish Republican Socialist Movement, if I'm allowed to say that. And I'm retiring, so I'm 79, I'll be 80 at the end of the year, and I'm nearly dead. So it's time for new blood. Right, so what we're going to do is give a wee presentation, if that's okay. Right. If you see it's a flag, can you open that? I'll explain what the flag stands for. There's 2 flags. I'll explain what the flag stands for if you hold it up. The red, as you know, is for the blood of the workers all around the world. And the saltire, the reason it's on the side, an old clan banners, the chief had a banner, also the saltire there and his clan crest, this side. So the original one we had, the saltire was in the quarter, that was in 1973. And we changed it, was under some suggestion to make it more Scottish down at the side, you know. So that's that. In the middle is what we call the Crinan knot. It's everlasting Celtic knot. It's one of the oldest ones we could find. There's a stone in Crinan in Argyllshire near the Crinan Canal. But what it represents is everlasting life in Celtic mythology. Everything's done in threes. It's the earth, fire and water. We say it's past, present, future, it's the same thing. So that's what it is.